thought Pittsburgh was a very good team, well-coached team. They fight, not overly talented, but they have a swagger, they have a mentality that they're going to be the aggressors. I thought we was on our heels. The beginning of the game, I thought we set a pretty decent tone. From that point on, I think after we had 14 or 16 points, whatever it was, they just put more pressure on us and put us on our heels. At the end of the day, we shoot 33% from the field, 25 from three. Who you gonna beat? We had 17 turnovers, and they had 25 points off those turnovers. Who are you gonna beat? They made 14 threes, 14. We talk religiously about desperately closing out, not casually closing out, not fundamentally chopping your feet and putting your hand up and not really trying to contest a shot, willing that shooter to miss. So a driving team that can shoot, they're a driving team that can shoot, end up saying, forget the drive, we just move it and we'll just shoot it. They won't contest the shots hard. It's not winning basketball. We thought that we had a advantage to a degree at the 5 spot going at Sid. We tried to go at Sid to no avail. I feel bad for those guys because, look, I'm trying to do everything I can to explain to them just how hard winning is, how hard you have to play, what it requires. And for whatever reason, we get it in spurts and they realize how hard it is and they let go of the rope. Not acceptable. But again, a lot of the credit goes to Pittsburgh because they had a mentality. They have the experienced players. They have fighters. One kid made a shot and started talking trash to me. I like that. I like to see a guy play with confidence. Fans or critics may say, I want them quiet, act like you've been there before. There's a battle going on, and they're the aggressor in the battle. They were the predators, we were the prey. That simple. Questions?
Kenny, you played quite a bit of zone in stretches. You pressed a lot in the second half. You tried playing Devin Reed even a few minutes. Do you feel like you're throwing different things out, you're trying to push different buttons, and things just aren't working for whatever reason?
Yeah, I feel like, I'm open to try anybody. I would like for Devin Reed to come in and have some success. When I look at Kamari or Jalen when they're not really playing well, who can I put in and give me something, give me solid play? And Devin did all right. Zan did all right. But I need my better players, the players that are playing 20 or more minutes, to play better. I mean, I go through this and I look at 1 for 8, 2 for 8, 0 for 5, 2 for 6, and they're starters. Like, take pride in it and know that in order for this team to win, in order for us to play well, it's sort of on you, if that answers your question.
Yeah, last game I think you had 6 assists and L had 4 of them. Today it was 6 assists again. L had 5 of them. Are guys just not playmakers, or are they trying to do too much stuff one-on-one? How do you explain just the lack of assists?
A number of things. One, I think, we're not attacking beforehand. We're catching the ball, and then we're seeing what we got. Good players, great players, they see the play before it happens. So I drive the ball, the pass comes from the left side, and it hits JJ in his hands. Well, JJ, there's one place you can't drive it. Where is that? Back to the left. You can see the play before the ball hits your hands and know I can drive it right, I can pass it right. It's 2-on-1 on the right side. The defender comes up, I hit the corner, I get an assist if he makes the shot. If I drive it left, charge. Those type of plays are happening a lot. And we work on it, we talk about it, we show film on it. They're just not digesting it or comfortable enough, Rick, to see the play before they're just staring at the ball and then they catch it, then they dribble it, then the defense is collapsing.
Kenny, do you have any sense from the players and the fans that maybe they're almost getting accustomed to falling behind, accustomed to taking it on the chin and maybe not fighting through that?
I can't really say that. I can say that there's been games where we've had good starts and we look like we got it. Even tonight, the start of the game, I felt like you look at the way we played, we were pretty good. And we made mistakes and we were pretty good. And I don't know, it was 14 to 10, 16 to 10, 16 to 10 or whatever. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see us be the aggressor. Now, the problem is, the question is, how do we sustain it? How do we mentally get focused enough, disciplined enough to not make constant, continuous mistakes? Break down three, break down drive layup. We talk religiously about we're not going for one shot fake. Well, got shot fakes, we jump, he takes one dribble, he's the only one in the air, nobody within 5 feet of him, he knocks down 3 shots like that. Those kind of mistakes can't happen. We have to be disciplined. So if that answers your question, it's, that's it.
Kenny, you said that one of the Pittsburgh players was talking trash to you. It's pretty unusual. What did he say?
Basically what happened was the ball moved around. I could see the play coming. One of our players were sort of in the gap, not really in the gap. I'm yelling to him, yo, you got to get here, you got to get here, you got to get here. He's looking around, boom, the ball hits his hand, the guy shoots the ball in rhythm, turns around to me, he's not there, coach, he's too late. I like that, but I want my guy to be that aggressor. That's what I want.
Kenny, when you talk about these mistakes and, good starts happen and then things kind of slip away and there are things that are happening repeatedly, what on January 18th, if anything, gives you faith that you can fix those things still this year?
The one thing that gives me faith is that the kids keep trying. We are having tough practices. Before the game, I told them, look, I got 25 text messages saying we're going to win this game. How do you feel? I feel like we're winning this game. It does not matter. What they think, what I think, is you in this room. Are you willing to fight to get a win? If you are, we'll walk out of here with a win. If you don't think that we can, if we got one guy that lets down, we're not winning. We're not a team that's have the components to where 2 guys can make up for 8. Every single person that has a jersey has a job to do, and that job is to produce when you're on the court.
Kenny, you have a week now before we play another game. Is it you go back to fundamentals? Do you work even harder during this week to try to get through some things, or what do you do?
Great question. My gut, my heart tells me, keep pushing. Make it hard. Make it hard. Don't lighten up on them. There's a standard that, and I tell the players this all the time, this is how I know when I'm doing things that are the right things. When I hear you guys complaining about, man, practice is hard, I'm dreading going to practice, that's when I know it's the right things. I need them to dread coming to practice. I need them uncomfortable. I need them understanding that every single day they walk in that gym, their bodies have to be prepared to perform at a high level. We're not going to just have a practice where we just walk through some plays and walk through defensive assignments and get out of there. Not happening, not on my watch. I need them to understand that every single day we're going to get better. And we'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow gets here.
Kenny, you said yesterday, you was talking about yesterday how you go through these lulls where it just seems like nothing goes right. Is there a sense with the players that when it starts to go downhill, it's like, oh no, here we go again, and they just can't seem to get out of it?
I believe that. I believe that they are, they see it, they recognize it, and they don't really say the words, but their body language says it for them. You'll see a guy hold his head down. You'll see a guy look disappointed. You may see L yell at a guy. You may see guys bickering amongst each other. I need them to be connected during hard times. And to really get into what I'm really trying to say to you, I try to create that in practice to where I may put one team up 12. You got 3 minutes to go. Fight your way out. And you see it at times when, like, it gets to 15. Then they'll, like, scatter. Stay connected, guys. Stay connected. I got to simulate whatever I got to simulate to resemble the adversity that's happening in the games.
Saw Brandon out there in a boot before the game. Just your thoughts on where he is. Is he still day-to-day, or do you know a little bit more?
I don't know a little bit more. I think he's still day-to-day. I'm hoping tomorrow I get a definitive answer about where he is. It's obvious we need him, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully tomorrow I have an answer.
Kenny, you talked a lot about confidence in the beginning of the year and trying to build these kids up, and it sounds like you're kind of hitting that again, especially with some of the issues in responding to runs. What do you tell the kids to draw from for confidence when the results keep piling up like this? Like, where do they draw that from?
Well, we talk about people of faith. We watch movies. We watch successful people. Everybody that's ever been successful in this game or in life or in corporate America, or even you guys, you all went through something to get to where you went, where you got to. You had some self-doubt somewhere, or you wouldn't be successful, but you overcame it. I try to help these guys with that kind of message. Whether it's a Michael Jordan, something he said, LeBron James, whoever the successful people are, it doesn't matter the sport. Do a lot of stuff with Coach Saban and think about what he's done to go seasons without losses. How do you get that kind of program, that kind of culture? And did he have lulls in it? And when he did, how did he completely flip it and change it? I want these guys to understand nobody's just going to win without a sacrifice. We have to sacrifice. We have to understand that winning is really, really hard. And if you don't respect it, you'll never grasp it.